If you have been reaching out to people as a makeup artist in this industry, sending messages, commenting on social, trying to network the way everybody tells you to, and nothing is happening, I want to tell you something before you give up. You are probably not doing it wrong. You're just not playing the long game, and no one really talks about the long game because it's not that motivating to hear, and it's not really a quick fix, but it is the only thing that actually works. I have to be honest with you here about the timeline it takes to network successfully as a makeup artist because I think it's the most important thing I can tell you about networking. The people I work with most consistently right now are people I met years ago. Some of them I met almost 15 years ago. Photography assistants who are now established photographers. Retouchers who have moved into shooting. Wardrobe stylists and hairstylists who had no client opportunities for me when we first met, but when something came up, they put my name forward and here we are working together today. The best working relationships I have now did not produce work immediately for me. They took a year, sometimes 5, sometimes longer. We met on set, exchanged numbers, we kind of stayed in touch, and then one day, years later, they needed someone and they thought of me, and that's really how this works. The person you meet on set or on a job today, the photography assistant who's just starting out, the wedding planner who's just getting into booking their first few weddings, they're not going to book you immediately. But in 5 years, when they're established and they need a makeup artist they trust, your name is going to come up because you were there at the beginning. And more importantly, you built a long-term relationship with them that wasn't based on them giving you something. That is the long game. You have to be willing to play the long game, or a lot of your networking is going to feel very unsuccessful and you'll likely give up. The mistake that I made consistently when I was starting out, and I would bet you are making at least a version of this mistake right now, I was reaching out to people who were already well established. I was reaching out to photographers shooting major campaigns, makeup artists working with top tier clients, people who were clearly at a level that I had not reached yet. And I would send them these messages that were very heartfelt, genuine, explaining how much I admired their work and how much I wanted to collaborate. And then I would wait and I would just sit there refreshing my inbox. And what I didn't understand then is that those people did not owe me a chance. They were building careers. They had clients to protect and reputations to maintain. Why would they take a chance on someone who had not shown them anything, not reliability, not the right work that aligned with the quality that they were already delivering, and not any kind of professional track record? There was no alignment, and without that alignment, networking does not work. Here is the part that might be even worse and harder to hear. Even if someone at that level had given me a chance with my heartfelt messages, there's a real likelihood that I was not ready for it. Getting an opportunity before you're ready for it can actually set you back further than not getting that opportunity at all. You need to keep working at your level, building your skills, building your reputation, and networking with people who are on the same path as you. Hear me when I say this, the people who are going to build your career with you are not the people that you aspire to be. They are the people who are where you are right now. The photographer who just graduated or just picked up their first camera, the wedding planner who's booking their first few weddings or maybe is an assistant and now is going out on their own, the hairstylist who is also trying to break into set work or build a roster of clients for weddings. Those are your people. And they're your people because there's alignment, your skill levels match, your ambitions match. You can actually collaborate and deliver and create something together. And in 5 years, when both of you have grown, you're going to have a working relationship built on trust and actual real experience together. And that is worth infinitely more than a response from someone who's more established, who took a chance on you before you were ready. And the other thing about networking that no one really talks about, the relationships that actually produce long-term work, the referrals, the consistent bookings, the people who call you first, these come from people you genuinely like and respect, people you get along with, people where something just clicked beyond just being in the same industry. Networking is not just a strategic exercise. It is relationship building, and relationships require actual connection. You can't manufacture that by sending the right message to the right person at the right time. It either develops or it doesn't. Staying in touch or networking does not always mean maintaining a relationship with someone you already know very well. Sometimes you may have met someone once on a job and you're just keeping that connection sustained. Sometimes there is an admiration that develops. Maybe you see them online, you're in similar circles, working at a similar level, you respect their work, and a familiarity starts to build online before you've ever been on a job together. And then when you do eventually meet in person, that awkwardness of a first meeting is already gone, and there's already something there. And that in-person moment gives you the opportunity to strengthen what already exists. That is how a lot of the best working relationships in this industry actually start now, especially with social media being such a huge part of our jobs. It does not have to be complicated. Liking someone's post, leaving a genuine comment when they share something that actually resonates with you and that you like. Sending a message every few months when something reminds you of them, congratulating them when they book something significant or share some work that they're really proud of. It really does have to be genuine. Over time, you will become familiar with one another. They will see your name, they will see your work, and they will remember that connection. And when they need someone or someone asks them for a referral or a recommendation, you are the name that is going to come up. That is just one little example of the compound effect of networking that is done right. It's not one big gesture or message or whatever. It's just showing up consistently, genuinely over a long period of time. If you need help understanding how to build a network strategically, who to reach out to, how to communicate without sounding like you're desperate, and how to turn those relationships into actual paid work, that is what we do inside the Artist to Artist membership. The link is in the description for you.